It's time for Pom Poms. You have no idea how many times I've tried to film this video. For this tutorial, what you need is cardboard. I have traced a bigger circle and a little circle. This one just so happened to have a hole through the middle. You don't need this tiny circle. This is the whole center here is getting cut out. And you need yarn and some scissors. So first thing you're gonna do is use your 2 small scissors to cut out your cardboard. I'm not using my cardboard knife right now because it's a little more jagged than scissors and you kind of want it smoother. But I am kind of folding the cardboard out of the way, and we can always clean this up afterwards, but it really didn't have to be perfect, which is nice. Now, if you have a crafty family member, you might have something called a pom pom maker at your house. Feel free to use that instead, because I have a pom pom maker as well, and this is a lot harder to do this way than it is to use a pom pom maker, because you have to kind of hold it together when you're cutting. And a pom pom maker makes it so easy. A kid could do it, a little kid. You're not a little kid anymore, so you should be able to do it this way. Here's my main circle. So I'm going to cut a little bit out of it so that it's like the letter C. And then cut the middle out. If I'm really figure out editing today, I'm going to try and make the cutting fast. Wouldn't it be cool if I could make the cutting fast? Wouldn't it be cool if I could use music? That would be really cool too. I swear, if you want to intern at the library, high school students, and you know how to edit when this pandemic is done, I want you. So shoot me an email because I'm interested. I want somebody to teach me what to do. Okay, so you've got thread, you've got your pom pom maker. What you're gonna do is just start wrapping this guy. I think I'm gonna actually start wrapping it kind of close to the edge here. Maybe not, maybe the middle. Just keep wrapping. You're gonna wrap for a long time. What you kind of want is for the middle to be full. So I'll see you in a while. Okay, I've been filming for a while. As you can see, my little circle in the middle, he gone. You want to keep some of this yarn on hand. Cut yourself a good length and set the rest aside. This is gonna tie your pom-pom because you're about to do a scary thing. You want to get your scissors in there, and I'm keeping my thumb in the middle to hold it a little together and start cutting. He's scary. What you're doing is making this thing go on either side. Now I hope this works. If my pom-pom suddenly changes color, you know it didn't, but hopefully it will. We're getting there. Don't cut your hand while you do this. Do Laura a favor and don't injure yourself. I'm afraid to let it go, but you can, see, you can, because it's holding itself together in the middle there. And if you lose a couple, it's not the end of the world. When I decided to trust myself, this went faster and easier, which shows you that trusting yourself is good, and you should do it in your life and in your crafts. Trust the process. Trust your pom-pom. We're getting there. Again, if I could speed this up, you know that I would, guys and gals and my pals. You understand that I would do this for you. I guess the important thing to do is just to make sure that as you go along, if it becomes difficult to see, that you have cut all of these, because you want to get your little thread that you tie around it very tight. And yes, you're going to trim your pom-pom to make it look round. So if you're looking at mine and saying, what is happening here? It's normal. It's part, again, it's a part of the process. First, your pom-pom is ugly, and then it becomes cute. I'm looking at this one and I'm thinking, you know, it would be funny if I left the string long after I tied it and then I shoved some greenery in there and it's a beet, like the vegetable. That would be funny, but I don't know if I have greenery for that. Did we get through? Almost. Okay, we've cut all our stuff. So now what we're gonna do is take our string and go parallel to my cardboard here. Some people do two pieces of cardboard sandwiched, and then they can put their yarn in between, but I've never done that before, and I didn't want to start now because I just am figuring out how to do it this way. Okay, you want that as tight as possible to this. Make sure you are getting as close to the middle as you can. Again, if you lose a couple little bits like that, you've wrapped this enough times, it's not going to make that big of a deal. Tie him very tight. As tight as you can. Okay, and now this can go away. So pull that off and admire your weird shape. Yes, it's going to be weird. It's not going to be round. That's what your scissors are for. So you're going to start cutting around here to smooth it out. And some of it you're going to have to trim more than others, because look at your not round pom-pom. Envision round and give it a haircut. This is very messy. You're going to want to do this over a trash can, which I am not doing, and I will regret later. Learn from my mistakes. So I'll be back. I'm going to do this for a while. And here we have it. This is a huge pom-pom. He's huge. If you stuck little eyeballs on him, just stick those little wiggly eyes in there, or little black beads, he could be a person, a little pygmy puff person. It's cute. He's a friend. You can decorate it any way you like, or you can sew through this big bulk and stick it on top of a hat. Your own pom-pom on your hat. And yes, it makes a huge mess when you clean it up. So be prepared for that. It's very fine. It gets all over your hands like some kind of weird hair. It's gross. So prepare a space. Maybe do this over a trash bag, a trash can, like I said. But yeah, pom-pom.